Welcome to testRigor.com. In this video, we'll discuss about testRigor reusable component. Consider an example where Alex is testing this applications where every state or test case required doing the login where he generated automations test cases with this script. In each and every test cases he has written the same step again and again. But what if, which is a small mistake, one test case means debugging a multiple script with the same step again and again. And if Alex has to edit these, definitely he will end up spending more time. What if I told you there's a way to write these steps once and reuse them everywhere? So Alex will realize or save a lot of time for the step if it is required to make the changes in the credentials. That is also easy, as well as removing these steps will help us in terms of developing. So welcome to the magic of reusable rules in testRigor. So first of all, what is reusable rules? So reusable rules are a shortcut for automations tester. Instead of rewriting the same steps, you define them once and use them everywhere, like custom functions, but in plain English. A long, repetitive script can be removed, and clean test cases using reusable rules will be there, which is cleaner, faster, and no more headache. To start with this, we have to navigate it to the sections, I mean to reusable rules, and from here you can add the rules for login. Here I will add name of reusable rules where I will just add login and labels. If you want to add anything, I will select never use AI to fix it, because I will straight away copy and paste same thing to the stage where I add this to be generated automatically. Now once it is done, I will just save. So you'll have options to save and save, then find and replace step. Here I will add login. Now these two things we are using in these two test cases. What I will do, I want to replace in this one, replace selected. Here once we'll have options is one test cases refactored. When I will go back to this one and refresh, here you can see login label has been added successfully. We have saved 3 steps. Let's consider we have 30 test cases in our projects. Rather than updating in all 30 test cases, whenever a login credentials change, we can directly do it in reusable components. That's the one. Second, an important thing is, let's consider we have to just use credentials multiple times. I mean, same, not same credentials. We can use dynamic credentials. Then also it is important. Rather than changing from all 30 test cases, we can make the changes within the reusable components, which is again a time saving for Alex. In this, if I will re-execute it, this will run the entire test case and we'll have the final output generated, which is again time saving for Alex. At any point of time you wanted to generate these reusable rules, we can also use AI to fix if global setting is enabled, or always use AI to fix. We can also use these things to generate or fix the reusable rules. The major and important part is, let's consider we wanted to run with dynamic value. In that case, here we have test data. We can add username and password multiple times and use with this data by adding dynamic value. Here I will create data sets. Within this will specify username. First is admin. I will just add login details, click add. If you can see here, After adding reusable components, we are able to successfully run this. Now, next step is where we can also work with dynamic part, where we can use dynamic login details. It means if I wanted to test the same thing where I will just use username, different username multiple times, which is admin. Instead of admin, we can use different test data, and that test data will help us to use or do the login with the different credentials. If I wanted to test the login page with multiple credentials, probably it will be easier. So we have to just add all those details here, and after that we have to navigate it to this page where in the test cases, we have to click on edit test cases, and instead of just using login, I will go and add dynamic login. So this dynamic login thing will help me to test with multiple user name and password. So, which is again a very important part where we can do the testing with different credentials. If you need to test any sites or the login pages, we are not just talking about the login pages, there are different other steps we can do it with the dynamic contents. The different users or different options, candidate name as well as first name, last name. These all things we can add it into dynamic phases, and this dynamic phases will help us to test the complete site with different data sets. This helps Alex work more automations thanks to testRigor. And why Alex should use reusable rules. This will save times writing once, use everywhere, reducing errors, changing one rule, updating all tests, simplifying maintenance, no messy scripts to fix, and works with the parameter using the multiple scenario. So test automations does not have to be repetitive. Let's test rigor handle the heavy lifting while you focus on smarter testing. Now, if you wanted to explore test rigor, use the link added in descriptions, which will help you to test as much as you want. Now that you have seen how powerful reusable rules are, will you start using them in your test automations? Let me know in the comments. If this video helps, hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to click on bell icon. I will be happy to upload test rigor more videos in my upcoming video list. Thank you. We'll see you in next part of the video.